Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of The Batman Begins NECA Toys 7-inch scale Batman action figure. That's right, NECA has done it again. They surprised us by releasing a 7-inch scale Batman based on the Christian Bale version from the very first of the Nolan films. This is pretty great. I love it when NECA's able to do fun stuff like this, and they always do it without telling us. It just shows up, surprise, hits stores, and that's exactly what happened here with this particular Batman figure, which is showing up at Toys R Us stores right now. So let's take a look at it. So as you can see, this Batman figure comes in a really nice window box package that fully showcases Batman and his few accessories right there within, and the lower portion of the box has that cool packaging art from the Batman Begins film. As you rotate this around to the back side of the box, we are presented with a little description of the Batman character, as well as a full image of the Christian Bale Batman figure within the box. So let's go ahead and get this guy pulled out of the packaging so we can take a closer look at the figure within. Alright, so we've got our Batman outside of the packaging so we can take a closer look at him. Let's go ahead and start off with the tape measure here, where you can see that he actually stands just over 7 inches tall with his ears there. He's actually a very tall action figure. And let's bring it into the sculpt. I want to start with the head. I want to say, first of all, the neck does seem a little long on there. He's a little weird looking, but I think it's just the way his cowl kind of sits. But I love the overall sculpt of the mask. I think NECA did a great job capturing the look of Christian Bale's Batman mask from Batman Begins. And while this isn't done the same way as their Michael Keaton figure, where there was a fully sculpted Keaton face underneath the cowl, this is all one solid head sculpt. And so you can see they did still capture the likeness pretty good in the mouth. Look at those eyes, though. How intense are those eyes? And that's accurate. I will say, I always felt like Bale looked just like this in the movies. Seriously, I mean, he just looks like he's staring right at me. He looks like he's ready to go, "Where is she? Where is she?" Right? That's all I can hear every time I see the Bale Batman. But it's an overall really nice head sculpt, and it's nicely painted. There's a really nice difference in the black used between the eye makeup around his eyes and the mask itself, the cowl itself. So you can see the differentials there. It stands out. It's a pretty cool head sculpt. It's just really, really intense. He's an intense Batman. So coming down, looking at the rest of the figure, the cape is made of a nice cloth material, and you can see it's very nice cloth too. The way it flows there is really, really well done. Real nice. It kind of hangs real loose there. I like that quite a bit. And then looking underneath the cowl, you can see, or the cape, you can kind of see how nice the armor is. So this is based on the more simplistic look of his armor from Batman Begins. It got a little more armory looking as the movies went on. That always tends to happen with Batman's costumes. But you can see it's all just kind of a solid color black, but all the cool line work is etched in, including the bat emblem across the chest. Love that gold utility belt. There's some nice silver on there, some black, so that's painted really well. Also has a good wash on there. I also love how the gauntlets are kind of like a gloss black, while the rest of the outfit there is a nice flat black, and again, the boots have a nice gloss on them as well. So overall, I do really, really love the sculpt of this guy. I think he's very, very well done. So let's talk articulation with Batman here. I do have a little string hanging there, I just kind of noticed. I might have to clip that, just hanging on the inside of my cape. But let's go ahead and talk articulation. Here we go. So the head is jointed at the bottom of the neck there. So he kind of rotates his head a little weird. That's how Batman always ends up having to move his head in the movies, right? At least in this movie, for sure. Just like in the Keaton films. But, you know, you can still rotate the head left, right. You can roll it all the way around there. The arms do have the kind of ball-like joints at the shoulders. You can see the sculpt really hinders the movement. The arms do not come out very far at all. That's about as far as you're going to get them. They do move forwards and backwards. There is no bicep cut, so you're not going to be able to move the upper arm there. He does have the swivels at the elbow, as well as the standard elbow joint, and then he's got the ball-like wrists at the ball joints at the wrists, and he does have the hinges there as well, so you can actually move the hands up and down. The torso can rock side to side. You can also kind of move that around a little bit. It's ball jointed. Of course, the armor is going to hinder that just a bit, but you can see decent range of motion there. You get the nice ball joints at the thighs, so legs can go outwards really nicely, forwards, backwards. You can swivel there as well. Standard joint, you got a nice knee cut there. I love that it's like ball joint at the knee, so it's rock side to side, forwards and backwards. A great range of movement there. And then the ankles do go side to side, as well as forwards and backwards. So pretty great range of motion. The arms are slightly hindered because of the sculpt of the armor, but it's not too bad, and you should still be able to pull off some decent poses with him, or some good Nolan-style Batman poses, right? So he does come with a few accessories. Let's go ahead and first talk about the interchangeable hands. When you pull him out of the package, he just has fists, for fisticuffs, so you can do some fighting or just some cool bat poses. But we can easily pop those off. They're just on little peg joints there. So we can pop off the fists, and in its place, we can pop on one hand on the right that is meant for holding on to his grapple gun. And we've got another hand over here for the left. Let's pop that peg out. There we go. And this one is meant for holding on to his Batarang accessory. So we'll talk about those next. And the hands are nice and solid. They lock into place pretty good. You can see they're nice and tight, but they're still easy to pop out. You just got to apply a little bit of pressure. So first things first with the grapple gun. Let's talk about this. We do have a nice little gun there. It's very cool looking. Got the same kind of gold and black color as his utility belt. You also get this little device right here. This little hook actually allows you to store the grapple gun onto his utility belt, which is really cool. It actually clips onto the gun just like that. It kind of clips through the trigger area, and you can see that it's got like this little peg thing that fits right onto the back of his belt. I've noticed it plugs right here on the back perfectly. You just kind of latch it onto the back of the utility belt, and look at that. Now it's just on his back and hiding under his cape. I thought that was a really, really cool touch. So, very cool if you want to just store that there and you don't want him to actually hold it. But if you do want him to hold it, you can just pose it right there in the right hand. Trigger finger goes right in the right spot. And now we can pose Batman using the grapple gun accessory. And then he comes with two Batarangs. You got a larger one, and then we've also got a really tiny one. Really little one there. But both of them fit nicely in this new left hand. You can see it's got just a little hole slotted in there. It's sculpted to look like he's holding onto the Batarang. You can easily slide those in there, and they actually clip into place, which is nice. They don't just rest there. He actually grips onto it. And now you can pose Batman holding onto the Batarang. So pretty cool little accessories there. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Just for fun, let's go and stand this guy alongside the Mattel version. Now, the Mattel one I've got here is actually from The Dark Knight, so it's that more armored costume, but still kind of gives you an idea of the difference between the NECA sculpt and the Mattel sculpt, as well as the scale between the two. And man, it's pretty awesome that NECA has now given us 3 of their live-action Batman figures in the 7-inch scale. Look at that. Adam West, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. That's pretty awesome. Honestly, I'm okay with them continuing with this. I want an Affleck now in this scale. Heck, go ahead and give me Val Kilmer, George Clooney. I don't care. It's pretty cool getting all of the live-action Batmans in the awesome NECA stylings in the 7-inch scale. And man, we are building out one really cool DC collection in the 7-inch scale from NECA Toys. I really hope that they can keep working out more surprises for us, because I think these are just fantastic. So there you guys go. There is a look at the brand new Batman Begins 7-inch scale figure from NECA Toys. Pretty cool. He's not my favorite of the bunch, but that's also a personal preference with this particular Bat costume. I still think the figure is really nicely done, has a great sculpt, and some fun accessories, and will definitely make for a great addition to the 7-inch NECA DC lineup. So this figure is hitting Toys R Us store shelves right now, so happy hunting, my friends. And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this figure, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on one of my toy reviews. Until next time, my friends.